Welcome back to another episode of The Week in Gaming. My name is Pat Hung of Australia, and here are the top news stories this week. Our first news story comes from Microsoft. Microsoft have recently announced that by June, they'll be able to sell the Xbox One without the Kinect sensor for a cheaper price. The price for this Kinect-Less Xbox One will be $399 in America and $499 in Australia. As a result of this, developers will put less effort into the Kinect since they will be more of a niche product. Meanwhile, because Kinect will be more of a niche product, Microsoft can focus more on the graphics of the games because by not having the Kinect, they're saving some processing power into the console. As for the early adopters of the Xbox One, the Kinect will probably have less functionality than it should because Microsoft will not put as much effort into them. Our next news report of the day comes from Rockstar. They've recently said that their first next-gen game on the new consoles will be out by April 2015. Given that Gran Theft Auto 5 took a whole 5 years to complete, we won't be seeing a new Gran Theft Auto next year. However, we could be seeing a new Red Dead Redemption because it's been about 4 years since Red Dead Redemption, so it'll be good to see a new Red Dead Redemption. Now, our next news report of the day comes from Watch Dogs. While many people on PlayStation 4 were expecting Watch Dogs to be in 1080p and 60 frames per second, it's actually going to be running at 900p on the PlayStation 4, as well as a frame rate of 30 frames per second. The Xbox One version, on the other hand, will be running at 792p, which is the same resolution as Titanfall. So many people can be disappointed with the new next-gen systems. We probably don't see 1080p because maybe the developers aren't used to the hardware yet. Maybe the hardware is just too weak. If you want the best version of Watch Dogs, you're gonna have to get it on PC. You'll be able to play pretty much every resolution up to 4K, which is 2160p, and you'll be able to play at frame rates above 60 frames per second. Of course, you'll need a PC and a graphics card worth thousands of dollars to do that in the first place. Our next news report is about Grand Theft Auto 5 again. The new update came out last week and it includes 3 new cars, 1 new bike, 1 new weapon, and about 100 bug fixes. For information about this new update, you can look in the description down below for the link. It's good to see Rockstar constantly giving updates to Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's about 8 months now since the release. The only thing that Grand Theft Auto 5 needs now is the online heists, and it should be the perfect console online experience, whatever. Now finally, if you're into Gran Turismo 6, the Senna content is coming on the 27th of May. This free update includes the Lotus 97T, one of his first racing karts, and 1985 versions of Brands Hatch and Monza. You'll be able to take part in 2 Senna challenges, trying to beat his lap time on those particular circuits. After watching the Senna documentary last month, I'm really excited for this new Senna content that's coming out in Gran Turismo 6. And that's all the news for today. This has been the Week in Gaming number 2, and if you want more of this, then you should subscribe.